Hi, I'm Kevin from D-Tools, and in this video, I'll provide an introduction to purchasing. We'll start with a review of the basics of purchase orders, then we'll take a look at purchase order creation and receiving, and then how does all of this affect your projects. In the next section, I'll show you how to create POs for stock items as well as for projects. Then we'll review bulk creation of POs, and we'll take a look at how this data is updated in your projects. Starting from the SI homepage, I'll simply click Purchase Orders. This opens the Purchase Order Explorer. We'll click New here to open the new purchase order window. And let's take a look at some of the options. Right at the top, we have the vendor section. I'm going to go ahead and pick a vendor. How about ABC Distribution? Notice that the system populates automatically my terms for this vendor at net 30. That information is saved in the vendor record in the People section of System Integrator. Also note there's a contact that is the primary contact associated with this vendor. If I go to the Addresses section, you can see the vendor address as well as my default ship to address. If I'd like to select a different address, I can have more than one of my own company addresses that I can ship to, as well as project or service order addresses in the case of an item being purchased for a customer. Let's go ahead and click on the Items section and we'll add an item from the catalog. I'll click the Catalog section and then we'll add a product. How about some card readers? So I'll pick this 2 in and say that we're going to buy 5 of these. You can see we've set our quantity to 5. We have a price per unit of 50 and a total price of $250. I'll return to the general section. We're going to issue the PO on this date. I'll mark it status as issued, and we're going to set a requested delivery date of the 15th. In this case, I don't think I need a shipment preference. I'll go ahead and leave that blank. And I think we have the information we need. I'm going to go ahead and save my purchase order. And then I'm going to click to run a PO report. I'm going to use our standard purchase order report here and go ahead and run that. And so you can see here a nice report showing my company information, high-level information about the purchase order, my vendor info, the ship to address, as well as the details of what I'm purchasing. I can go ahead and print that. I can export to PDF and process it. When I'm done, I'll go ahead and save and close, and we'll see our PO has been added to our list of new POs. I've shifted over to the Project Explorer and I have a project selected that is ready for purchasing. I'm simply going to come to the Purchase Order tab here at the bottom and I'm going to click the Bulk Create option. Bulk Create allows me to create all purchase orders or at least multiple purchase orders all at the same time. I'm simply going to click Add Project Items and I'm going to choose the Summarized option. You can see a number of items ready to purchase as well as the assigned vendors in our list here. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit larger so we can better see some of the details. In this case, I can simply pick a handful of items. I won't pick everything in my list. And then I will choose to add and close. And you can see each item has a vendor assigned, and I will click Next. And in this screen, the system lets us know that we're about to create 3 new POs. I will mention there are options for combining POs. If you create a draft PO for one project and then you need to order from the same vendor for a different project, you do have the option to combine through draft POs here. So we'll go ahead and create 3 new POs. I'll simply click Finish, respond yes, I would like to create the POs, and 3 draft POs are going to show up in our list here. I can go ahead and click on one of these POs to show you again how we can go ahead and issue this. I'll change it to issued. We'll leave it with the current date. Let's say that we do actually need overnight shipping and possibly we have a vendor reference because we had a quote for this order, and I'll go ahead and just save and close. And then I just need to go through each one and process them and issue them as appropriate. Let's go ahead and open our project to see how it reflects the creation of these POs. The default behavior is that System Integrator recognizes that purchase orders for the project have been updated and it would like to update the item order fields within the project. If you don't want to have to do this each time, you'll simply go to Prompt Options, change it to automatically update project items from purchase orders. And in the future, all you actually have to do is open the project. It will automatically update. You can review those changes and save it. Let's go ahead and go to Layouts, and I'll pick a standard layout of order. And as I scroll across, we'll see various order fields related to items in the project. I want you to notice that we have several vendors listed here for items, but notice only the Sonos items show as ordered, and they reflect the order number and the order date. And that's because that is the only purchase order that I marked issued. If I want to review some of the details on that PO, I can go ahead and click on the link and it will open the PO for me to review. So each time a PO is issued or updated after issuing, that data will get reflected in the project when you open it. In this last section, we'll review receiving for a single PO, how to handle receiving with multiple shipments on the same PO, and then how does all of this data again update in our project. So we're back in the Project Explorer. Let's go ahead and take a look at PO receiving. So we have a PO here that we issued. I'm going to go ahead and click the item receipt option, and we can see that we ordered a quantity of 4 Sonos amplifiers. I can simply click on receiving now, select 4 and save that. I'm going to go ahead and click the refresh button. We're going to see that the status has been marked as received. If I go ahead and open our project, we will also see that reflected. Notice no prompt this time about the change in purchase order status, but here we have it. These items are marked as in stock received. We'll go ahead and back out. And then I'll show you how we could split this up. I can actually delete my receipt, but to manage those, I'm going to go to the purchase order window directly. And let's go ahead and find our PO. Here is the associated item receipt. If I'd like to, here's the associated item receipt. I can delete that and we can try this again. And in this view, I have the PO selected. I can click new item receipts, but let's say that only 2 items showed up, not 4. I can save that. And we're going to see here that we have the receipt and now our PO has been reflected as partially received. And back in the project, it would show that 2 of the items were received. And then of course, if I received an additional shipment, I could just create another receipt. You can see 4 ordered, 2 previously received, and then now I can receive the remaining items. Now that I've shown you the basics of purchasing, to learn more, visit the System Integrator Help Center. It's located at docs.d-tools.com. Click Purchase Orders to browse additional topics.